VALORANT Invitational is live right now. Let's jump into the action as we start things off with player one. Chat, let us know. Now's your time. Who do you think's going to win, Brax or Genji? Who comes out with the dub?
All right, so the big difference here is going to be the swap for Phoenix. No Brimstone smokes again for Team Brax. They're going smokeless on Haven. That's something that we've seen in a few of the online matches, of course, in ranked play. Team Brax has been showing it all day long, and it didn't work out in their favor last time. This time around, we're going to be starting things off with an even fight, 4-4. Spike isn't to be worried about. It's all about these pistol kills, and Brax is lining them up.
Oof. Quick round there for Team Brax. That was really a statement pistol round.
3 for Brax to open things up. He was your top fragger for most of the last game, starting off with the same speed. He loves to play fast and furious and look for these curveballs to be the ones that open up the push through the double doors. That was their bread and butter going up against previous competition and when we played against the Sentinels. Meanwhile, Crashies is able to go back to his comfort pick off of the Brim onto the Cypher, was dominant over at the A site.
Like this here from Effies. They got double shorties and low sewers for the Brim and the Breach. As they go through, they'll feel the full might of that gun.
And I think we should probably highlight the impact of that pistol round win. Team Brax was not scoring them. It was always going to Genji. They've got guns in the second round. None of them are Ares. So I'm liking our odds for Team Brax as Ilish is going to find Effies down low. The shorty is gone. There's still another shorty, though, and you don't expect 2 in the same short hallway.
You never expect the double shorty, but it ain't going to matter all that much. Only one player's alive, and it's Michael. They're going to get onto this site.
You're like, I'm the last man. Guys, I'm coming on the flank. Just hold him there. Just hold him there. I'm coming on the flank.
Not impossible, though. With the shorty could be challenging.
Yeah. And there's no pistol. That shorty got swapped out, I believe, for a Phantom. The Spectre is on the ground. Okay. And it doesn't last long. They heard the weapon swap. Scott knew exactly where he's going to be. Deals with it. A 2-0 start for our attacking squad.
Winner take all here. So at the beginning, when we started this, Genji beat Team Brax in a nail-biter of a series. But they had that one map advantage. That advantage is now gone. We're essentially at a best of 1. And already out of the gate, it's looking great for Team Brax.
$25,000 best of 1. 20 grand to first place, 5 grand to second place.
My camera is
destroyed. Win is looking pretty much in the same direction as Ilish there.
Offense just making some noise, trying to see if they can get any rotations to go down. They'll be inching their way towards these double doors. If they get the pick on the player in the window, they'll rotate quick to see. Brax always leads this charge. Curveball should be coming out any moment. Ilish also on that breach has been known to go with the flash from above. And this time it's the Owl drone that scouts nothing. Brax is going to pop his ultimate, which he has already by round 3, but GMD's waiting for him. And Scott and Brax get picked out from the window. GMD coming up clutch on that Sova.
Slow round here. Information's been given. Michael creeps around 1, but there's a player that snuck up from behind. It's AZK. And then Win had to end that one. AZK, even though it would have been it was a 1v3 there, we've seen AZK clutch in those moments when players are just not aware of their surroundings. Not to say that that could happen to Genji. This is a team certainly very aware of what's going on, but boy, oh boy, has AZK gotten some ridiculous plays thus far. Same thing for this player on your screen. You got Win. And I do agree, a lot of skins to buy with $20,000. Not enough skins, though.
Don't
Not
feed
enough
the trolls,
skins.
Golden Boy. Don't get baited. Don't feed into it.
What do you mean?
AZK,
It said it on the
yeah.
production.
Yeah.
Calling our production guys a troll? Poor guy.
Brax taking care of the owl drone. Lots of sheriffs out. And this is gonna be tough here. Looking at the minimap. And you've got a stronghold set up with the Vandals locking down long A. Effie's was holding that short corner. I knew as soon as they turn that wall, they're going to be met with 2, make it 3, and then 4 players all pushing on that defensive end. It's 2-2 after a slow start, after Team Brax wins the pistol in round 2. They shut it down in the AR round, and now they've got Team Brax on the back foot, 2 poor to buy.
Effie's was holding that or dragging that mouse down so much it was going to the edge of his table there, I'm sure. He had to transfer as he was mid-recoil. Or mid-spray, I should say. It's been a long day. Keep using that excuse. I stand by it.
9, 12 hours. Hey, we got on our first phone call at 11 a.m. today. So people staying up till 6 a.m. That's not easy, kids. All right, GMD. He was the man of round 3. Can he do it again? Aldrone is going to spot 2. Meanwhile, Quinn has already picked off Brax, the top fragger. And now it's GMD letting loose his Hunter's Fury. Spots 1 player, lights him up, and is going to find the second shot on Ilish. So it's a 3 versus 4 defenders advantage. The spike in the middle of the map currently trapped.
Cage triggered.
Effective use there of the cyber cage, and it ain't gonna matter. 4 kills for GMD. Just a raucous start here for both teams. 3-2 in the count currently. GMD's got 8 kills to his name. Brax, though, not to be outdone. He's close. He's at 5. And they're spending. AZK's gonna have to spend as well. Only 1 ultimate available. That is Ilish's. Rolling Thunder. Do they use it?
AZK making the decision. Do we go op? Do I go full armor? And Phantom looks like they're sticking with the ARs on the attack. And as we take a look through some of the players, you can see 4 of them are about to unlock their ultimate. Effie's has shown that he is 1 kill away from getting his Rolling Thunder. We have the res almost ready. Win is 1 kill away from having the res for Gen.G.
Same thing for player 1.
If you're new to Valorant, you get a kill, you get an orb or a point towards your ultimate ability. Once you see all of those orbs in the bottom right corner of your screen, they'll be able to unlock those ultimates. GMD spotting 4.
Nope. Nope. Getting out of there. All those players inside, 4 of them stacked inside of the garage for the sale. There's Rolling Thunder.
Cage triggered.
They have no idea where Michael's positioned. They should assume someone's probably back here, but they haven't seen him yet. Now as he makes noise, he is going to get instantly shut down by Brax's headshot. Ilish is going to take out player 1. And Effie's, well, save your gun, buddy, because there is no way you're going to get that 1v4 retake in time. Everyone rotating down long, seeing that's exactly where the weakness would be if he tried to flank. Coming through CT, too many eyes will be on him, and that bomb is just positioned for them.
Yeah. The green circle at the top left of your screen, that's Effie's. Backing away wisely. You will not get much from this round if you tried to recklessly push in. I know a lot of players in lower ranks, they do that a lot. Or in unrated, they just push up. You know, maybe not. Save your gun. Economy's important in this game.
Dude, the break for Michael may be affecting him. He's slowing down a little bit there on the Cypher. 1 and 4, he was bottom fragging last time. He was the stud in the first matchup. So don't be surprised if at any moment he flicks it on and turns his game up to the next level. Currently 2 away from his ultimate. Teammate has the res ready, and you also have the orbital strike available from your Brimstone. which of course played by player one every single round for this Genji lineup.
What I mean by lower ranks is not my rank. Okay, Puckett, I'm not feeding anymore. I'm just not feeding anymore. That's it, you know.
Cage critical.
My last one.
Win with
I think
Ska.
wins last night, though.
And that's something we've seen earlier. So earlier it was a whole lot of play in this window by their Sova. GMD gives up the position. Win has the sniper, and he connects with the op for first blood. Rez is available.
Whoa.
They don't invest it. Effie's trades out 2 over on the A bomb site, and all of a sudden it is just 1 left alive. AZK versus 3, and he won't get it done. Clipped down after the first fight. It's going to be Win with the op. Finding 2 and rotating all over this map.
Now Win continues to own this server with his op. It has been the story for Gen.G, at the very least for me. I gave some love to Michael early on because of his clutch plays, but ever since then, it's just Win. Win is winning. That's a pun that I intended.
Win
I
has
stand
moved
by it.
from the garage doors. He is now playing B, watching the B window. Attackers, no one's peeking. Scott learned his lesson the last round. Not going to risk it. Not going to try and cross mid. Not going to try and peek window. They're playing safe. They're playing together. And without a doubt, they have 100% targeted this A site. Defense reading it well, though, has 3 currently stacked up.
Just got shot right there. They fly through courtesy of Brax with the run it back. Ilish also gave them something to work with there. Spike is down. Genji need to retake, as they're all going to be located on the defender's side.
It's a big round for
Brimstone
Team
ult is
Brax.
used.
They invested full. Ults on both sides coming through. The Rolling Thunder is going to throw 2 players off. They're back down A, though, and staying safe. Brax comes out with the curveball, and here comes the Sova ult. It's Skadoodle over his teammate's shoulders, forces one back. Brax is traded, but Ilish is still alive on the site.
And they have enough time. Look at that execute. Even with the ult, they bided their time, played patiently, found the angles where they needed to pick up in case anyone died. And that is the 5th round win for Gen.G now, folks. It continues to work out for this team. Win is going to get his beautiful, rightful op right back in his hands.
And I don't know if that was Mysaw with some fresh creativity from this spam we're seeing now in the chat, but I expect that one to be reoccurring. Our chat's been special today here in the T1 Nerd Street Gamers Invitational, powered by Mike and Ike's, but we've enjoyed having you guys with us. It's 12 p.m. Eastern, a double elimination 8-team tournament that is down to its final game, and Win is getting another opening kill. The first bloods have come into, and there is a second as Brax goes for the challenge with the pistol. The body shot will put him on his back.
Ah, it's so nice. It's so nice. All of those shots that Win lines up with that op. And it's been different looks every single round. He goes to a different location. It could be back of the boxes on B, or it could be garage, or he plays over on the sides. He's been taking that op to so many different areas that Team Brax just doesn't really know where to look, because at any point you push over, you're going to get destroyed. You're going to be out of there without a torso, without a face, maybe. Who knows? And you look at Win now, after all those kills that he got on B, rotated over to C instantly to just try and hold that angle down.
Last time around, it was 13-5 in favor of Genji on this map. They are currently at 5 rounds playing from the defensive position. Effie is going to open things up on AZK. Crashies is there to take down the breach. But so far, defenders holding B strong. And they didn't expect to get a lot after dropping the first 2 players instantly. Ska and crew able to get 1 kill. And we'll have to go at it again, this time with guns going into round 9. I see a comment from the chat. Literally everyone in this game is a CS player. How many months before you think that changes, Golden Boy? Because clearly CS players have the natural transition. They know how to play the bomb sites. They know how to trade with each other, and they're very familiar with the gun mechanics.
Yeah, I think it was Henry G who said it when he played the game for the first time. He said that CS players will have a very clear advantage, and he was right. You're a fool if you thought that CS players didn't have this initial advantage with that game and it's, well, let's be honest, incredible legacy. Years upon years of events, majors, minors, smaller competitions, pro leagues, everything. So yeah, obviously that the Counter-Strike players are going to have that advantage. I think, though, that as players start to learn more about this game, you'll see that advantage start to fade away. There's still players that are learning about crosshair placement, still players that are learning about angles, off angles, things like that. And then as I'm on my rant here about what's going on,
We've got a few
Michael's just
ults
getting
invested
zapped
from
up.
Genji. Michael makes it a 1v1 though. Somehow finds Crashies and Ilish and gets his ult off. So he's gonna have eyes on the last remaining player. Knows it's down long A. It's Skadoodle versus Michael. Michael bottom fragging. Skadoodle has not been able to light up, and Michael just clutched up in the biggest way. Jumps from the bottom of the leaderboard to the middle with the biggest 3K of his night.
Put some respect on my boy Michael, please, and thank you. That is the reason why he was the MVP of that last game.
And I said he jumped up. No, those 3 kills add up to his 4th overall in this game. Skadoodle at 2 and 7. Both players really struggling compared to what we've seen from them earlier. Maybe the fatigue is setting in from such a long day of gaming. But a very interesting final fight there for Skadoodle to take, and Michael coming up in a big way. 7-3 with 2 rounds to go on defense. You already have to be happy with the score if you're Genji.
Still can't get over that play. Oh. Young's just holding the angle. He's got the camera. Crashies knows exactly where he is.
Yeah, I don't know if Wynn's gonna back down from this though. All right, finally he does, and he goes right back to the repeat.
Like, oh, that's why he didn't push.
Little sign of why that guy likes to play so aggressive. Wynn playing with confidence. The mid push is coming in though, and they've totally given up the front of B. If you remember back to Team Brax's successful plants, they were always at the front, and they were able to get back control. But with Effie's on your right, and I believe it's the Sova that's going to be GMB on your left, it's going to be a tough fight to take, especially without any ultimates other than this Phoenix run it back.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Which they can use as Brax gets inside. If he gets 1 kill with this one, that's going to be worth it for run it back. You just got to find this guy. Where is he? Where is he located? He knows he's tucked all the way in the back. They cleared that whole area. They get the spike down. And then it's Crashies with this real sneaky cam.
Off your feet.
Look at that. Already. Just the fact that that camera was out the way that it was, and Crashies tagged, moved instantly on his target, leaving Effie's alone. 1v4 now. We've seen some clutches in the past from the likes of Michael. That's 1. Looking for a second. 2. That's 2. Goes for 3 as the spike continues to tick down. Aftershock is out. The fire's in action, and that will do it. A valiant effort there from Effie's. But a well-timed Molotov from the Phoenix actually stops him from getting on top of that bomb. Getting over to the door, by the way, on B, most importantly. So he was just pinned in the back, and they knew where he was.
Nice job by Brax. 11 and 9, top fragging once again. Honestly, I don't personally love the Phoenix as much as the Brimstone on this map, but they're playing confident with it, and they're going to have defense coming up. Final round of the attack for Team Brax. If they can finish 7-5, they'll be satisfied. Wynn holding the middle angle with the AWP has not been taken down recently when challenged.
And already they get that first blood. Player 1, so effective. You've seen his name show up in First Bloods quite a bit. And it changed up again.
Spraying for anyone in window. Yeah, this is going to be a pick situation. They just got to feel it out. They have no idea where the defenders are positioned. Haven't seen anything on C. But with the camera showing long A is clear, they're feeling confident enough that A is going to be understaffed.
Now, obviously we know, but they don't know that A is open because of our handy-dandy observer tools. But I think that the drone has given them enough information so they can confidently push inside of A and get that bomb down. Player 1 has Brimstone ult. He's made his presence felt on top.
My ult is ready.
And he didn't use the ult quite yet. No orbital strike. He's holding on to it.
And this Sova ultimate, if he hits these CT hallways, is going to be devastating. Just waiting for info from that recon dart. As soon as he sees it, expect the Hunter's Fury to come flying in. And here it comes from Skadoodle. No kills yet in the feed. Orbital Strike comes down to combat it as Michael and Win find kills on AZK and Scott.
Just look at the effectiveness there. With the orbital strike combined with the flash, that just creates so much confusion that they were able to get 2 kills from there. And the spike does get defused.
Ilish had no idea. He had no idea. Couldn't get to the defuse. The retakes are so clean from Genji.
Just literally couldn't push, and that will be a 4.
Last one was 13-5. It's going to be Genji 8-4 in total control. They lost the last pistol round, but the previous map they were able to destroy. This is a big one. If Genji gets it, Team Brax is in trouble.
Now we got ourselves quite the predicament here for Team Brax. That bind matchup, they put a lot into that. Now, I don't know if that was intentional, but I'm assuming it was. That he flashed around corner just for the intel and then had his knife out so he can move around the backside quicker rather than walking out there with the pistol. So I'm sure it was intentional just to get that information.
GMD doesn't see anything. Garage wide open, and you can see those red circles pushing their way, and that's Genji on the attack now. Team Brax defending as AZK spots the push coming in. The wall is going up. They know it's all coming on the seat site, and it's coming hot from the garage down low. Michael, with the tripwires, will be able to find anyone rotating through, and Ilish cannot squeak through without making noise on that ice wall. Crashies takes down Win. It's a 2v3. Team Brax still can pull this off, but it's not going to be easy.
A winnable situation here for Brax and his team. Finds a player as Ilish, tries to go for some taps, gets a headshot on GMD, but while all that was going on, he was getting peppered from afar from Effie's with the classic, and he'll go ahead and take that ghost. Thank you.
And Effie's a big play there. Finished off both of the final kills, won the straight-up gunfight against Crashies, who had a slight advantage running the ghost against the classic pistol, but he cleans up that one and able to mop up a weakened Ilish. No player 1 style heroics, unfortunately, on the retake for the T1 fans in the chat. Team Brax down big. They got no money, but they have been known to gamble in these second rounds win down. Instead of buying 2 Aries, they're going to go 1 Aerie, 1 Bucky on the defensive end.
Bucket, thoughts on the Bucky right now? Go.
Bucky, awesome right clicks at medium range. If you're not pushed by multiple players.
That actually is true. We're Team Bucky.
Bucky is terrible. Greens. For $800, is it really that bad, though? All right, Ilish Crashies doing work with their invested guns, but it's going to be GMD and crew able to get the plan off. It's a 2 versus 2. You're looking at AZK and Brax. Last 2 up, and Brax is sneaking in the back with the Spectre. Meanwhile, great positioning for AZK up top in heaven.
Yeah, this is a planned out push, and GMD wrapping around. So is Effie's.
They've got him iced out and walled off. Instant defuse.
Now they just need to watch out for this fight.
Challenger. That win works. They jumped off the plane, and now they'll finish.
Oh, nice. That That is why I love Valorant. Right there, Puckett. Because that small bit of information that they got, the slow orb preventing them, recognizing that they cleared heaven, they cleared sight, so where else can they possibly be? They're going to be on the A side, A long or A short. So you play slow orb, stop the push. You know that someone else could be, creeping around on long. So that's what you have your Phoenix there for. And there is just the ability usage. It's simple, but it's just something I like. Uh-oh.
Big difference in scores for the Sovas in this match. GMD top fragging for Gen.G, 17-9. Skadoodle, 3-11 at this point in the game. Has really been struggling. He was on the Bucky last round. No surprise to see him just do damage and not get a kill. This time has a Sheriff, but still no AR in hand.
Yeah, this whole series has kind of been a more docile Ska than what we were used to seeing in the earlier rounds. He was a force to be reckoned with. Ilish still living up to that with the Ares. He got a few kills out of that one. Now we got Brax around on A long. Ska's working the angle, trying to push in from the connector to B side. All they just needed is one pick to give them that man advantage, but it's going to be Genji instead that secure that one.
Orbital strike coming down at the last moment. No defuse for you. Brax left in the 1 versus 3 time ticking off of that spike, and GMD is going to peek out for his 18th kill. They've got an Ares. Might swap it up for an upgraded Spectre. 18-9. 13-9 out of player 1, and Effie's at 13 of his own.
That was filthy, Puckett. That was genuinely filthy, that whole execute. And also, the benefit of Brimstone. Because I'm sorry, yes, it is a choice. It makes sense. I understand what Team Brax were trying to do. They were prioritizing more of the the stuns, the flashes, getting 2 flashes out there rather than just relying on one. You have 2 lockdown agents and you get the information. Scott clearly has been dominant on Sova, so you might as well keep him on there. But Brimstone's ultimate, as well as those sky smokes, that's just irreplaceable value for an agent to have. And in those instances with that ult, it just plays out beautifully. And this kind of leaves Team Brax in this situation where they're just kind of always fighting with their backs against the wall because they just don't have that kind of angle control, that presence on the map.
It's been an economy issue as well. They have not been comfortable when it comes to money at all on this map. And I think that could definitely lead to the disparity in the overall scoreboard. If you're just joining us, I see a lot of questions. Is this the final map? Yes, it's a best of 3 and each team has 1. So this is the 3rd and final map. Gen.G 3 rounds away from locking up the $20,000 grand prize. Team Brax isn't out of it yet, but they got to win 8 here of the final 11, and it's not going to be easy. Michael, slow game so far for this squad, but he's not afraid to be the entry fragger. Take one, give the info to the team, and connect to the headshots if you can. They're rotating around. Effie's finds Crashies, and that's the first of many as everyone else is outside of the site. Michael set up to do damage through his own cage.
Ska's waiting it. Spikes down. Now it's time to work with AZK. You get identified where they're going to be.
He hits him with the dart, Golden Boy. He's just so quick.
There's Ares. AZK needs to be careful. Does win out the fight despite him being on the stim beacon. 1 player left alive. It's your Sova.
AZK again.
And GMD can't do it. So Team Brax get a round 6 win, Puckett. But this was one that they really needed.
AZK has just had some monstrous rounds. That's another big one. You see, why is he going for the res at the end? Well, you want to give your buddy his gun back. Big money at the end of the round that you don't have to spend the next one. AZK with the 3K and confident he'll be able to get another res as this half continues. That was round 6. Only down 4 now, and you got money. But you got to spin this into back-to-back wins, if not 3 in a row for Team Brax to stay competitive.
Tighten our defenses.
And where's Skadoodle playing? If you don't mind swapping around, Observer, just kind of trying to figure out. Skadoodle has been the weak point for his team. Good with his use of equipment, but has not been able to land the kills. So the weak point, numbers-wise, is going to be holding Garage. Only one player on C, and you can see that attacking squad, Genji, is loading up big on the left side of the minimap. They're all pushing long C right now, and I don't think the Sage is going to be able to do anything. AZK's been wiped, so no slows, no walls. This is trouble.
As Scott pushes in from the back, the slow orb comes through, forcing Scott to have to go back, rethink what they're going to do as this quick push up on C side. They haven't gotten that spike down quite yet, but they should be doing so any minute now. With a 4v2 advantage, spike has been planted. Win has that back angle covered. If anyone tries to challenge that, you can bet your bottom dollar that he will snipe their lights out. That's why Team Brax has recognized that. They probably debated it, thought about pushing it, but at this point, it's just not worth it for them, and they will back away over to the A site.
Now, AZK had the big previous round. I didn't see what starting weaponry he had, if he had upgraded to the op, because you can see he's down to just 300 bucks. So I think he tossed that AR to a teammate, bought an op, and after getting picked on the first challenge, it opened the floodgates. C was wide open. Excellent use from FEs to use that rolling thunder, pushes everyone off the site. They take total control, take the gunfights before even thinking about planning, and then get the safe detonation, keeping 4 players alive and their economy intact. Gen.G, and around that, Team Brax had to win, coming up big once again, and all started with that first pick on AZK.
(11-6), Gen.G just 2 rounds away from walking away as the T1 NSG VALORANT Invitational champions. They have been getting C arguably for free almost. C has been their, not like their success story in this game. This man has been a difference maker for them with that op.
Brax is playing with fire right here. That's the Phoenix going with the shoulder peaks, trying to get any info he can. And he is going to give plenty back to the squad as he survives with the Spectre in hand. Has to run it back if he wants to pop his ultimate. And don't be surprised if you see Brax's little blue dot rotate through those double doors and gets aggressive. He's done it multiple times already today.
I know exactly where you are.
Thankfully, Crashy's first frag on Michael is going to reveal the locations. They'll know where to focus themselves on.
And you can see with the weak buy, yeah, Team Brax they're using everything here. They know they can't slip further back. They'll be broke next round if they lose this. Investing in the ultimates, and here comes the gunfight on B, Gold Boy. Everyone is here right now.
Ilish gets himself a kill along with AZK and Brax, making it 7-11. And a quick push on B site, but they were prepared for it, ready. Got to give credit for that Cypher ult because they knew where they were. That forced the hand of Genji. They have the money to spend in this one.
And I just think it's so cool that different players from Genji have been stepping up throughout the day. Last time we were on this map, we were highlighting how well player 1 played. He had that ridiculous jump to the box where he perfectly landed a headshot to retake the site. We're talking about Quinn Sniper. Now you look at it, and you've got a very strong performance out of GMD, and Effie's is having his best game of the day on the breach.
Everyone has popped off for Genji. The same can be said for Team Brax, though. Everyone at one point or another contributed big time to this team. Like Ilish, the multiple multi-frags that he had to get them round wins. Ska's awesome arrows. The effective use of his ults, too, with Hunter's Fury. Everyone has had a hero's moment in this day. But there's going to be one team standing. And for Genji, it just takes 2 more rounds in order for them to win this competition. Can they do it? Can they lock it down as AZK is watching with this sniper, anticipating when this push is going to happen, Puckett?
They like to play slow and then flood in all at once. 35 seconds on the clock. It only takes 4 to plant. And if you're looking at that mini-map, it's go time right now for Gen.G. You got Ilish, though, set up behind the wall using all of his breach utility, and he is going to stun up 2 of them. Trades it out for 1 kill on Effie's. And he's going to get the heal, able to go in for a second fight, and that one good on GMD. So a strong performance from the Sage and the Breach to hold the A site, and Genji goes packing up in tow. They're just going to try and save these guns after the failed attempt.
Genji likes to wait at that 50-45 second mark to start their execute on a site, playing around the arrow. The Cypher cage is also just a great element that locks down. And I think that's the reason why they've been finding a lot of success on C, because when they push A, they burn the utilities of the Cypher and even of Ilish's breach. They eliminate all those utilities, but they do them in a manner that just stops their push completely. Whereas on C, I think they're just mostly dealing with Phoenix there, which you can actually punish quickly if you're effective with it.
Win looking for the opening pick. And he is scouting out Garage. We can see on the minimap, no one is there to challenge because he's hiding in the hallway. It's Brax who trades out with Effie's. AZK will answer back as player 1 will find him. So 2 down on each side, but it's Win who's got the res up, and he is going to bring the teammate back to make it a 4-on-3 with the C site clear. The push is coming in as Ilish uses the ultimate. They're coming in hot on the defense.
GMD, though, around the side with the Ghost, will get up and pick up the Phantom. Player 1, headshot. Last player left alive is going to be Ilish. Around those boxes. Be cautious about your left.
Clutch incoming. Clutch incoming.
It could very well be. It very well could be. It very well could be. 1v1 now against the Sova. You saw where that drone was coming from. The only possible option was that he's going to be C-long.
And he can't hold the corner against that.
Clutch from Ilish. Oh, my word.
I don't want to say I called it, Golden Boy.
You called it, Puckett. You called it, dude. What a, again, Ilish.
Back-to-back
again
rounds,
and again and again.
The hero of A is the last hope on B, and he crosses across the map all the way to C and is able to pull off the 1v3. The first 2 kills, so clean. First one, 1-on-1, straight gunfight. Second one was the flash. The third, using his utility perfectly. You can't stand against the wall when that is loading up. That forced GMD out, and Ilish wins the gunfight despite his opponent probably pre-aiming where that head should be.
It just looked like he snapped on him, dude. It's just ridiculous.
I got to give it to chat. They said 9-11 incoming. That's currently the score. It's back-to-back rounds for Team Brax when they needed it most. They're back in this game, but they're still down. Remember, Gen.G is 2 rounds away from taking the entire tournament. Brax needs to win 4.
Utility, utility, utility. You never know. Oh, there you go, right there. And Effie's actually gives Ilish a taste of his own medicine. And I'm shocked that Scott did not get the kill with that. Probably tagged him with some damage.
5 versus 3, though. Team Brax is in trouble. You're looking at the defense, just 1 player holding back B. The other ones have rotated over to the C entries. And Crashies is going to probably set up his camera at A before they all refocus their attention.
No, he won't.
Yeah, 20 seconds till it's up. Yeah, he's got time.
And AZK's got time too. That's why he gets a double. Dude, it's just at the blink of an eye, you never know what you're going to see out of AZK. So many multi-kills. Crashies too. 1, 2, easy pickings, and it's 10-11 now. Brax and his team are trying to make the comeback happen here. They were down in the series 1-0, and Puckett,
they're right back in this
2
game,
rounds
baby.
in a row. Is this it?
I know I've been riding high on T1 just because this is the team I've seen most from out of anyone in Valorant. You'll get any VODs online. It's the team that's going the deepest in the events. Gen.G, first time watching them today and definitely impressed. But I've been waiting for this Team Brax to wake up. They were kind of asleep at the wheel last time they played Haven. Ilish's big clutches seem to have everyone awake. And although the numbers aren't great for Mr. Skadoodle right now, I want you guys to recognize the way he baited for his teammates in that last round. He's been doing it all day long. Skadoodle gets the info. Brax will get the kill if he goes for this pick. As I say it, he sees the Cypher and he's forced back real quick. Defense coming to the aid, and Brax now double peeks for the headies.
Oh man, this is it. Tied game here. Brax is he's a galaxy brain player. Just what he did there. Oh,
How clean are those headshots though? Like you can get the peek, but if you don't land those shots, it's
firstly, this is what happened. So he went through double doors. They tagged the Brimstone, but the Brimstone backed away to mid. He flashed one, saw the Cypher at window, noped right out of there, opted not to do it again. Went back for the flash, didn't find anyone, but because they heard that he was there and he knew that no one was going to be by that window when he poked through, that the only plausible outcome was that they would be right in front of B, and he had his shot lined up, and that is the reason why he gets that kill. Brax,
playing confident.
I want to be your
playing
friend.
confident
Teach
right
me your
here.
ways.
Teach me how to come back and not lose full. I would have given up on this game 10, 15 minutes ago. These boys are turning up right now. Skadoodle survives through the Hunter's Fury. So Genji already burning one of their 4 ultimates. They still have 3 left, though, and that's what you got to think about if you're Team Brax. AZK seeing nothing at C. He's got a teammate with him. The Rolling Thunder coming through, but a perfect trap from Crashies is going to stall them out at the top. Without your breach there, it was only the Cypher, and as he goes down, it is going to be a tough retake coming in for Team Brax.
Instant information that he got out of that one. GMD watches the back door. Ska will have to look to pincer with his teammate from up high. AZK still alive, and if AZK is still alive, then you have yourself some problems here, folks. It ain't over until AZK and this team are dead. Finally, AZK gets picked off by GMD, and then Ska's like, there's just not much he can do out of that site. 1v4.
I
Does
love
he try and
pushing
get
through
heroic?
a tiny hallway, but -10's good enough, guys. I'm going to take my 10 assists, keep this $2,900 weapon, and go into the next round hoping for OT. Gen.G, though, after that plant, after that take, they're on match point. This is the entire game coming up in this next round.
They gave AZK absolutely nada up on Heaven. He had no angles. He got that first kill, and then everyone just hid right underneath, or you know, played that short, the connector from B to A, B to A, because there's no real reason for you to expose yourself there. And if you're over by short, you don't got to move. Just wait for them to drop down. Eventually, they got to get out of there. Match point, Puckett.
Yeah, I was just trying to get a read on everyone's ultimates going into this final fight of the night, potentially. We saw 3 of them invested by Gen.G in the last round. The biggest one up for Team Brax is going to be the res. So as long as AZK is alive, they have the potential to force this to OT. Brax is going out with a peek, and he spots one at the... Hey, won't be able to get any shots off before taking some damage on his way out. But they've got the info. Everyone's stacked up on mid. We can take our time.
A double flash is going to leave him with no utility when he pushes.
Is Brax going for the full flank? Or is he just trying to hold the close quarter to free up a teammate to watch Garage?
Bomb is going down. This is it. Pressure's on now for Team Brax. Every player is left alive. You have a Rolling Thunder that Ilish can use here, and he's waiting for the perfect moment to do it. Brax shot out that trap wire. He needs to be wary about anyone in the flank, and that was player 1. So he's out of this one. It's now going to come down to Team Brax as they push forward here. The wall play. They drop it, but can he get to it in time? The shots come through, and the breach ult turns him into a toaster, and it's only Crashies left alive. He roasted them inside of B, and that is the game. GG, Gen.G. pick up the win, and they are your T1 NSG Valorant Invitational champions. That's why you got Brim on your team, folks. That's why.
Yeah, Brimstone coming up big, but also big credit to just the entire team to play it confident, collected. They got the plant down at the front of the site, knowing they had the utility to protect it. They fight through the wall. You see the breach hits them with the tremor. You see 2 flashes connecting on players inside of B, and of course the Brimstone ultimate. This was Gen.